work office space. And I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like. So we will start down here. Actually, let's start right here in this corner. This, and I'll show you all three of them here in a minute, but this bookshelf my dad made for me. He's really good at woodworking, and I just painted it. I've had it for years. And then these are, you know, those command hooks. And I just hooked a bunch of different bags in here that I'll use for giveaways. And these little rings came from Dollar Tree. There was like 10 in a pack for $1. And then these are the little bags that you can use to carry craft paper when you're on the go. And I got both of those from Hobby Lobby forever ago. All right, and then down here are some little baskets that have a few things in. And I got these from Dollar Tree. I'll pull them out one at a time. This one has all types of glue that comes in tubes, little tubes, glue sticks, the E6000 glue and all that. And then this next one has glue that you normally want to stand up. So this is Mod Podge and some just liquid glue, because I can make my own Mod Podge when that runs out, and it's almost out. Just using 2 parts of liquid glue and 1 part water. And then these are the little bitty Mod Podges that you can get from Target and Dollar Tree for $1 for on the go, and I refill those also. And some craft glue. And then this other one just has some empty bottles for whenever I make and mix glue and paints and things like that. And then this just has like bags and stuff for whenever I'm painting to cover things up and protect them. And then this one just has some leftover ribbon, and I'll show you where all the rest of the ribbon is. That's kind of an overflow right there. Alright, I showed you guys this desk in another video, which my adopted dad, who now lives in Tucson, gave me. And then also I covered this in another video, and I just made that out of boxes from Dollar Tree, a package of 3 for $1, and craft paper and wrapping paper and adhesive squares to mount it to the desk because I wanted a little dashboard. And this was just a black folding table, and it just looks really raggedy, so I covered it up with fabric that matches my colors for my business, this blue and like a teal green. And this, let's see if you can see it. Here we go. Underneath here is just a Dollar Tree. You can see a Dollar Tree trash can, and I put in there my I can't think of what you call these, but your paper cutters. So I have one, that's my favorite one, this one's from Paper Studio, and I'm not sure who this one's from. I've had that one forever. I have a little bitty one that I don't really use that much. Kind of has that chop down chopper. And this one you can use when you travel. See if you can see that. Yeah. Alright, and then also under the table, put this back real quick. Also under this table, which I kind of call my work table, are my Target storage bins that I bought, and I did a video on these. There's different stuff in there now than there was before, though. This one has a lot of notepads from Target and from Dollar Tree. Some leftover like cards to wrap washi tape around, a bunch of tags, tabs, page flags, and little note things. These are all punches in here. These and these are all punches. And then I also have some paper clips and little clips like that. You can see that in there. Alright, and there's some in here. And then, let's see, this drawer has, I did a video on all my stickers, so I have 3 little sticker binders that have different stickers in and labeled. And these are down here, some that I made. And magnetic strips, and chalk, and a little bitty eraser. And these are little embossers. I've had them for forever too. And then some little photo books for when I'm traveling. I have one in my travel bag that's in my car right now. Now this drawer is easy for me to open, but hard for me to close, so I might not close it during the video. But these are different clippings and different folders to put like magazines and things that I know there's going to be artwork in that I want to clip for decorating. Like this one is really pretty. Look at that. Homes and Land. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm going to use that somewhere for Christmas next year. And I'll put that back in a second. And then these are just little containers for whenever I want to make up storage for things. And my postcards that I use for my business are all back here. And then this is a little travel craft folder that I sometimes use when I'm traveling on a plane to keep stuff in. And then this one has pens, regular black ink pens, and colored pens and pencils, highlighters, and some other mechanical pencils, erasers, and pencil lead. This one has paint, and I just took some leftover spools from duct tape, you know, like I used all the duct tape, and then I glued them all together and put them in, just kind of, see, this is all together, and put it in there so that the paint can stand up in the little circles. All right, and then these don't stand up. Haven't figured out how I want to do that yet, but there's some other paint there. And then this is giveaway storage, so everything that's in here is going to be given away. So I don't want you to see exactly what's in there. And then, so here I just have some books stacked up because, you know, I am an author and a publisher, love books. And then here is the main desk. So you see how they're catty corner. Here's the front of the desk, and here's what I call my work desk, where I'll put a bunch of stuff around while I'm working. There's my planner, which you've seen in the previous video that I made, a Lucinda Dory, and I'll be selling those. This is an update to my dashboard, which I did a video on inspirational dashboard, but it's decorated more for Christmas, so I've just taken all the Christmas stuff down. And this used to be Christmas ribbon, and it's leftover fabric from my previous planner that I made. And I just put it across there. I'm sorry I'm out of breath and I have no idea why. But everything else up there was just laid up in a different way than the previous video. And I'm not sure if I showed you this in the last one. I know I showed it to you, but I'm not sure if I showed that it was in this frame now on my desk, which is my vision for 2016. And, you know, I have a video for that. This lamp, I love it. I love this roping around here. And it had a real big cover, but it shadowed so much I didn't get enough light, so I took it off. And I'm going to use the fabric that was on that to make a Lucinda Dory with. Okay, so just my laptop. I want to get a cover that matches the colors of my business. And like this chair, let me show you, is the most comfortable chair in the world. And I have a lot of problems with my hips and lower back and knees and everything, and this chair is perfect. All right, so then up here, you see I have 4 bookshelves. My dad made those two, all 4 of them. Those 2 are much older, the white, off-white ones that I painted. And these 2, I can't remember if I stained them or if he stained them, but he made these huge bookshelves, and I love them. So let's see, let's go, what's at the top of the bookshelves. Let's go around this way. So this I have, this is the latest book that I did layout and design for an author and did her editing for Joanne Hunt. And then the little booklets that I put inside my Lucinda Dories are there. And there's some smaller ones down here. Those I got from Dollar Tree. And then these are some of the books that I've written and published. I got to put some more up there because I've sold them. And these I'm going to make some bookmarks, so that's just sitting there, and this too. And my business cards. And then these, this contains some of the Lucinda Dories in there that I'll be selling. And then this tray, I'll go around here. This tray has some leftover materials for Lucinda Dories, or ones that I'm going to be using to work on some stuff for that. And then I've got paper storage up here. And this one I made from a cereal box with fabric. These came from Dollar Tree, and I obviously need to put new labels on them. And so this is the cardboard that I use from my favorite cereal to make templates and things. And then all different types of paper here. The larger paper there, this one container I made from a big shipping container, shipping box. And I just need to adhere it a little better. These are all tin cans from soup. and I put, oops, sorry, little pieces of paper. So these are like paint chip squares and things. They're all held in those. This is some leftover material for making Lucinda dories and scraps of cardboard. And all my paper scraps for these, I just put inside of envelopes, like plastic sleeves. Like when you buy something and it's in plastic, I just keep those, all of those, and I put the scraps right in front of the appropriate color that I had. And then, let's see, top up here is my boot camp for the Navy and some Navy stuff for me, my bachelor's degree and my master's degree, and Air Command and Staff College, which I completed when I was working for the Air Force. And then, okay, so now let's go down this way. Bookshelves, typical books, things that I made, like I Write with Love, and business records, and everything is all down there. I have my little candle warmer for scents, and that's where I keep my glue gun so that glue doesn't drip everywhere. And I just wrap up my cords with little ponytail holders from Dollar Tree. You know, get a bunch of those in a pack. This I just set up. I took out stuff was there. I got to find another place to put it, to put my previous inserts from planners. So I'm going to be using all that, and there's some stored in this one right now. And then down my little trash can, down here is where I separate my mail. So I've got this bucket is for things to follow up on, this is for shredding, and this is for recycling. And then also on my desk I have, this was where my phone stands up, and I'm using it, so it's not in there right now. That's my iPod, and thumbtacks and another light. And then this is where I keep current projects right there. Get the lighting right. Okay, I have frequently used items, and it says 1 of 2 because I have another one that frequently used things. And so I have in here like regular tape and double-sided tape, pens and highlighters that I use every day, different colors that I use every day, pencils and pens, little scissors, paper clips, hole punch, corner rounder, and whiteout, and needles, and a seam ripper, and the big hand sewing needles that I use, and just a notepad, another little sticky notepad, and a pad there, staple remover, big tape like packaging tape, and stapler, and back here I have a ruler. And then the frequently used item number 2 is up here. See that? And it's got markers and couple of calligraphy pens and pencil sharpener and colored pencils, craft scissors, you know, the ones that make the different kind of lines and stuff, paint brushes, some watercolors, and some foil. And here's my favorite paintbrushes, my new set. Oh, let's see if I can show you. Aren't they gorgeous? And then some foil for making paper, things that cut sharp, and you just use it on it and it'll sharpen it. And then like one of my daily devotionals, my favorite one, the almost for his highest, and little pad there. And then here I've got some, these are ink pads. I don't have all that many because I just don't run through it that fast. And then this is holiday. So I just used, I got this tip from someone else on YouTube. Let me focus that. And these were the wooden stamps, so you can see that. And I just took them off, and they're still sticky on the back, and put them in these little CD cases, and then I'll just use like one of these little foam pieces that I cut to press down, and that way I can store more. Now I have tons of them in another area in this room because my workspace is just a third of a huge great room in our house, and so I have a whole bunch of more that I need to go through and do that. So those aren't in here right now. So right now there's just some wipes to wipe the stamps, and Kleenex, and a few stamps I use for homeschool. And then over here is where I have all my elastics and elastic scraps. Back here I just put them in little baggies with a paper clip, and then my embroidery thread. And then these are fabric. Now right now all the other fabric I already have is already cut up, ready to be sewn. And these, I cut some old jeans that I'm going to actually use for canvases. And then this is duct tape. And then I have drawers back here, so this is where I keep leftover fabric strips, you know, and these are my navy metals all back there. And this is my washi tape. And these, oops, I just knocked that down. This was just, used to be aluminum foil roll, and I just took the box and put washi tape there, and same thing in this one. Okay, and then this is something a friend made me a long time ago with my name on it. And then this is just the overflow of mailing envelopes. I'll show you where the rest of them are. And then these are the big packaging envelopes, and then these different folders like this all have greeting cards in them. And then these are cameras, and in the very back are CD cases. And then these are all electronic accessories and small electronics. And then these are all journals and trash bags for my little trash can. And this actually goes on my desk for whenever I'm typing on the computer so that I don't hurt my wrists. But I'm not using it right now, so I put it over there to be in the way when I do crafts. This is a old typewriter that I got at a flea market for $7. It's an old Royal, and it's amazing. But a few of the keys stick, so I have never used it. I have to get that fixed. But I hear Office Depot you can get typewriter ribbon. This is storage for a poetry slam that I'm having in September. And this file cabinet is actually for old files, and I need to clean that out. And then this, you know, I haven't even looked in this. It's empty. I could be storing stuff in that, so I need to do that. This is my printer, copier, and where all my printer paper and stuff is stored. And these are some vegan records and stuff for me to, with my diet and everything. That's just happens to be in here. This I need to take down and update. It was a vision board for previous years, but it's not the current one. This is my big picture vision board, which is in a separate video that I've already done. This is where I store all my gift bags and some just kind of small plain white ones. This is my shipping area, so this is packages for shipping, tissue paper and ribbon, and tags. And then this is where my incoming mail goes, which I need to go through, and outgoing labels and stamps and stuff, and have thank you cards and just blank cards, sewing kit, and silver paper clips and binders. And then here are more pens, overflow of pens and pencils and highlighters, erasers, staplers, staples, staple removers, and blank cards, all stationery, all the rest of that, and calligraphy pens and ink. So those are the overflows. And then more stationery. Man, I got more stationery than I need. I need to give some of that away. And then this last drawer has some tiny spirals and expandable file folders, my hammer, and all the rest of my tape. Alright, get this drawer closed if I can. And then over here I've got like wrapping paper, and this is clear adhesive, and it's just standing up there. And this is sometimes when I travel to have a white background that's got white fabric. And this is just some yarn for a sweater I need to fix. And then these are some more little bags. This is the ring that used to be around my lamp. And then this is where I hang projects that I'm working on. So this is fabric from my current Lucinda dory that you guys saw in previous video. Another piece of fabric that I've cut. But I have this lap board back here in the back that says made by me. Let's see if you can see it. Made by me. My dad made forever ago for me. And this is just a sign for when I want people to come to the garage door. And a lap board right there I got from a long time ago from Barnes & Noble. And then this is just where I hang all of the books that I've published. They're just all hanging back here. I can't really flip them through while I'm holding the camera. except for the last one. So there's 9, I think, there. And then this is one that I co-edited with my personal editor. And that's everything in here. And I thank you guys so much for being a part of this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, happy writing.